Welcome back, baseball fans. 4Friends1679 here. Fifth video, last video for now of the Panini sticker rip. You'll see how much progress I've made in the book as we go. So far, Hall of Fame duplicates, because we have got a lot of duplicates. I got George Brett, Paul Molitor highlights, Eddie Murray and Eddie Murray highlights, Schmidt and the Schmidt All-Star, Nolan Ryan highlights, Lee Smith, Ozzie Smith All-Star, and Alan Trammell. Sorry about the glare. We're going to work on that for future videos. So I'm going to take these, put these aside, and we'll make note of any other Hall of Famers I get. Those are the Hall of Fame duplicates. There's a few others in the book already. Those are the ones that will go in the Hall of Fame binder, a baseball card binder later. So we'll get right into it. First rip of the very last of these 10-pack videos for 1988 Panini Stickers. It got me wondering, Oakland A's, I know I have that one already. It got me wondering how many people actually completed this over these. I know I have Barrett. I know I have Barrett. All-Stars, Sandberg and Schmidt. I'm going to put that in the Hall of Fame pile and call that the Sandberg. John Crook, I know I have him. Jerry Brown, I know I have him. And Dave Stieb. Okay, that was a complete miss, aside from a couple of Hall of Famers. I'm going to make sure on the A's, but yeah. That was a complete miss. 0 for 6, whatever. I think there's 6 stickers in the card. 6. Is it 6 in the foil, or I should count that. Pretty sure I have this one. Pretty sure I have the Angels uniform card. But we'll take a look in a minute. Angels uniform card. Walt Terrell, pretty sure I have. Mike Scott, need him. Bill Doran, need him. Chris Brown, need him. And pretty sure I need Mark Eichhorn. So that's not too bad. And possibly another hit with California. But I feel like this was one I have. Yeah, I have that one. Okay. And I'm almost positive I have Walt Terrell of Detroit. But we'll look. I feel like he was one that I got. Yep, Walt Terrell. Got that. But 4 hits, it looks like. So fast forward to Toronto. Mark Eichhorn. Yep, right there, top left. So I need Mark Eichhorn. That's cool. I think by the time I'm done, I'm seriously, I'm only going to be about halfway through the binder, or through the book on most teams, and that's going to tempt me to do this again. I guess that depends on how good the videos do. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to let these post anyway, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Houston Astros. Pretty sure I need both these guys. Houston Astros. Houston Astros. Mike Scott and Bill Doran. Mike Scott goes there. Bill Doran goes there. So we'll put Doran in first. Mike Scott was still pretty good in 87. He was actually good through 89, but I say still pretty good because in 86, if you did not see Mike Scott pitch in 86, you missed out. Unless you were a Mets fan, in which case you missed out on a nightmare. Especially by the time he got to the postseason, that dude had a split-fingered fastball that was unhittable. And because it broke so late, guys couldn't lay off it either. And he made the Mets look foolish. And yes, the Mets got past the Astros that year, basically because they managed to win in 6 games and not have to face Mike Scott in Game 7. Because they would not have won. He was already in their heads. He'd already beaten them mentally. Chris Brown. Looking pretty good on the Padres. Getting there. Couple of players. Still need the scenes. We're not getting too many of these up here in the upper corners. I don't know if those are short printed. I'll have to look that up. That would frustrate me to have to deal with like short printings of stuff. And then Chris Brown, the Giants traded Kevin Mitchell for him. The Padres got Mitchell from the Mets, and then they traded him to the Giants for Chris Brown. And Chris Brown immediately kind of fell off a cliff not too long after that. Meanwhile, of course, Kevin Mitchell went on a couple years later to win the MVP. Oh, now I know I need this Angels card if I can get this out without destroying it. Oh, okay. My ripping technique is beautiful, isn't it? Angels foil card, I know I need that one. We got, that looks like a Tony Gwynn card, maybe batting champion. There's a scene that looks like the Orioles, I'm going to guess. Craig Reynolds, the Astros, need that. Another scene. I was just saying that we're missing these. Like something maybe out of the Royals or the Twins. We'll check that. And then Brian Fisher, the Pirates. So this was a good rip. I think I need every single one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6. Five regular cards and a foil card. So 6 per pack. Let's see here. San Diego. No, highlights. Let's do the highlight one first, because I know we're close. So was it 437? So yeah, it's a highlights card. Tony Gwynn, 370 batting average, highest in the NL since Stan Musial, 1948. He hit 376. Yeah, Gwynn hit 370 this year. It was his highest batting average, except for the 394 that he hit in, or the 390, whatever he hit in 1994. But 94, he had fewer at-bats. Anyway, there we go. Got Tony Gwynn. Let's see, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Brian Fisher. Pittsburgh, Brian Fisher. Do I need him? Yes, I do. Pittsburgh's starting to look pretty good. Starting to fill in here. But again, none of the stuff across the top. And I would hate to get just piles of duplicates trying to fill that stuff across the top. So TBD if I actually, once I'm done with these rips, if I go on to actually try to finish the book. Craig Reynolds, yep, need that. I mean, it is looking a lot more finished than it did when we started, of course. But I've got a stack of duplicates here. So of the, I'll give a final count at the end of the video. I'll put it in post of how many duplicates and what my percentage was of actual hits for the book. Now, what am I missing here? I got 139 and 202. So those are both American League teams. 202. Oh, Rangers. Excellent. I do need that. It looks like somebody throwing out maybe Eddie Murray of the Orioles. Or tagging him out. I don't know. So that's cool. So we got another complete scene. This is only the second complete scene, I believe, in here. And you'll have to bear with me a second because I got to line up the picture perfectly. I do kind of want to get this. There we go. That looks good. All right. Perfect. The borders don't line up, but the picture lines up. That's the problem if it's miscut or miscut differently. They're all sort of miscut. 139. Oh, I got this one already. Okay. Too bad. So one duplicate, and I'm pretty sure I do need this Angels sticker, so let's go back to California. Yep, I got the Angels stickers. It's funny, it seems I'm either doing good across the top or I'm doing good on the bottom, but there's no teams where I seem to be making similar progress on both. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like trying to get all these foil stickers across the top would be really difficult. I don't know if anybody ever bothered to complete this binder. I should look on eBay to see if there's any complete, I keep saying binder, complete books for sale. And I would bet that there's not. One, because there's not really a market for them. But two, I just don't know. This seems like this would be difficult to complete. If you did not have several friends that you could trade with, it seems to me like this would be difficult to complete. I can't remember if I have Houston or not. We'll see. All-Star, what do we got? Kennedy and Mattingly. Pretty sure, well, you know what? I'll keep it out. Kennedy and Mattingly. Buddy Bell, that's a good one. Devon White sliding in. Number 43 goes right there. We'll put that before we move on. Brooke Jacoby, I know I've got. And Scott Fletcher, I think I need that. So that's not too bad. If the Houston works out, that's not bad. And I'll take the little scene up top. Those seem to be, I don't know if there's anything short printed in this set or not. I mean, you know, and who knows, 50 packs, that's not really a sample size, you know. So maybe I will do another 50 packs or something. Might be fun to try to complete this. But I've got some other projects I want to talk about. So if we'll take once this last one posts, we'll take a little bit of a break from Panini Stickers for a while because I do actually have some ideas for videos for junk wax exploration. In fact, by the time this one posts, I will probably have already completed it. Scott Fletcher, got him. Oh well. Buddy Bell, I'm pretty sure I do need. I will have probably already posted it. If you haven't seen them, if you're seeing this and you're interested somewhere else in the channel, probably under Thoughts and Musings, there's going to be a video. It's going to start in 1986, and it's going to be doing kind of a deep dive into all of the various top sets that were released that year, because there were more than you realize, and there were some oddball ones, Buddy Bell, and I kind of want to just explore them a little bit, not really card by card, but just going through and talking about, oh, I do have the Astros. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I have the Mattingly Kennedy All-Star, but we'll go ahead and check anyway. Mattingly would be nice. I haven't seen Mattingly yet. Yeah, got that All-Star. Okay, so that pack wasn't as good as I thought. All right, next pack. We'll leave the pennant turned over so you can clearly see this exciting Panini sticker rip. By the way, I haven't said it yet, so like and subscribe if you're still paying attention. The World Series trophy. Now, the thing is, I'd be excited about this, except I happen to know I already have the World Series trophy. Wade Boggs! All right, Hall of Famer and Red Sox. Nolan Ryan! Okay, we're getting some good stuff here. Carmelo Martinez, Mike Pagliarulo, Edwin Correa, I know I have. I'm going to put that aside. I think I need all these guys, and I am 99% sure I do not need the World Series trophy card, so we'll put that away. But Wade Boggs, okay. No, I need him. Wade Boggs, best hitter on the team in '87. That was, he won the batting title at 356, if I remember correctly, and 24 home runs, which was not just a career high, but it was, his career high to date was 8. So he tripled his career high. That doesn't happen that often. And he never hit double. He only hit double figures. I think it was 94, 95. He hit like 10 or 12. He never, ever came close to 24 ever again. New York Yankees, Mike Pagliarulo. A lot of my Yankee fan friends liked Pags. For 86 and 87, he hit for power. He was a good fielder. He was off a bit in 88 and then just fell off a cliff in 89. Ended up on the Twins. He was on that 91 Twins team. Mike Pagliarulo. Okay, so I'm getting some Yankees here. Fast forward to Houston. But for a couple years there, it looked like he was going to be pretty good. He hit, like I say, hit for power. Nolan Ryan. Hit for power, fielded his position well, but he was a low average hitter, struck out a lot, didn't draw walks. And that's just it. You're going to hear me say it as these videos go on. Guys who strike out a lot and don't draw walks do not last long. It is almost the number one, and there are a few exceptions today, actually. Javier Baez with the Tigers, and Salvador Perez with Kansas City. So there are some guys who strike out a lot and don't draw walks, but generally not a good sign. And not a good sign of development as a hitter, because if you strike out 3-4 times as often as you walk, why would anyone throw you anything in the strike zone? Carmelo Martinez. Okay, so Padres are filling in nice. Okay, good. And that's just it. Is guys, I remember there was a Bill James article that focused on Jim Presley of the Mariners, and he used him as an example. And his career had already gone at that point. They said, look at how good he was, 84, 85, 86, 87, I think 85 through 87, but then his career took a sharp dive once pitchers caught on to the idea that he would swing at anything. He never got anything to hit again. And so you need the plate discipline to be able to bring the pitcher to you. Baltimore Orioles, hey, Bruce Hurst, so another Red Sox, need him. Pretty sure I need Viola. Mattingly, hey. I'm pretty sure I have Barfield, and I'm pretty sure I have this scene, which is 246. It's a Braves. Okay. I'll look, but I'm pretty sure I have it. I seem to remember Jeff Leonard's number, but I got Mattingly, and I got Hurst, and I think I need that Orioles one and Viola, so not bad. Viola was the World Series MVP in '87, and Cy Young Award winner in '88, so he followed it up with a good year. All right, let's just go all the way back to Baltimore. Oh, no, Atlanta. Let me check Atlanta, because I believe this scene is Atlanta, and I think I have it already. Let's see. Atlanta, I do. I remember Jeff Leonard's 00. But go all the way back to the beginning. Baltimore, I need the team uniform card. So we'll put that there. Don't have many Orioles. Haven't seen Cal Ripken yet. I think I mentioned before, he's my favorite non-Red Sox player. Love Cal Ripken. Haven't seen him yet. Not on here goes. There's Bill Ripken. You know. F-word face. Bruce Hurst. Bruce Hurst, good. Finishing up the Red Sox, that's good. So any duplicate Red Sox will... I actually have... I think I have a bunch of Red Sox in my Red Sox binder. My oddball Red Sox binder, because this is one oddball set if I've ever seen one. But I don't know that I have the full team, so it'll be kind of cool once we're done here to kind of fill that in. Let's see, Minnesota. Milwaukee, Minnesota. And Kirby Puckett, that's the other guy I want to see, because I loved Kirby Puckett. And Kent Herbeck was always... I always liked Kent Herbeck. He was a guy that... He was not Mattingly good, but he was maybe just shy of Murray good for the entire decade, and he really didn't seem to get... It was that small market AL West issue. There we go. Frank Viola. That he just never got a lot of attention. And I always felt he was very underrated because of that. I think it was like an all-star all of once. Don't quote me on that one. I don't have his stats in front of me. Mattingly. Am I a yes or a no for Mattingly for the Hall of Fame? I'm a no. I won't be heartbroken if he gets in, but I'm a no. His peak was just too short. Jesse Barfield, I'm pretty sure I have. Oh no, I need Jesse Barfield. Sweet. Okay, Jesse Barfield. His peak was too short. But you know, I wouldn't complain if they put him in. I wouldn't hate it. But I'm a no. I'm biased, I suppose. I'm a Red Sox fan, but yeah. But on the other hand, I remember, hey, if you were a kid in the 80s, Don Mattingly, you thought that dude was going to just waltz into the Hall of Fame. Franklin Stubbs, pretty sure I need him. Kingery, pretty sure I need him. That's Benny Santiago, pretty sure highlights, I don't know on that one. Rick Rhoden, pretty sure I need him. Garth Org, I'm pretty sure I need him. And Giants, I don't know. So this was a good pack. I think this was mostly hits. Where am I? Toronto. So let's do Garth Org right now. He platooned with Rance Mulliniks at third base. Actually, they got him listed as a second baseman, so he might have mostly played second. Him and Manny Lee, who doesn't look like he's on this page. Garth Org. All right. I mean, yeah, when they only have 12 guys to represent the whole team, obviously they don't even have every starter. So let's work our way backwards here. Seattle, Mike Kingery. I must have him because I don't see him. Mike Kingery, I do. Okay. Not complete hits. New York, Rick Rhoden. Rick Rhoden, yep, need him. Feel like I saw Rhoden pitch at Yankee Stadium, and I can't remember. Maybe against the Indians? I feel like I did. I feel like it was Rhoden versus some new guy for the Indians, and the Indians actually won. And I think, and I'd have to look this one up, I believe that was the night that we saw the Beach Boys at Yankee Stadium after the baseball game. So we saw a baseball game and then a Beach Boys concert, which was pretty cool in 1987. Brian Wilson passed away recently, so R.I.P. Franklin Stubbs, need him. Good. Cool. Yeah, most guys, when they do rips, aren't trying to complete a set and like putting them in binders as they go. But hey, we get to spend some time together, talk about 1980s baseball, which is my favorite era of baseball. It's what got me hooked on it. Giants, need it. Awesome. 86, though, not 87. This is the 87 season. This is the 88 sticker book, of course. But collecting 86 tops as the 86 season unfolded, and then 87 and 88 tops. Those are the ones I bought in packs. From 89 on, I didn't buy as many packs. I bought the complete sets, basically, at that point. Benny Santiago, pretty sure I have this one. 433. No, right there. Rookie of the Year, 34-game hitting streak. That's what it was. It was the longest rookie hitting streak. So it had nothing to do with him being a catcher. I think I was trying to figure out, was it the longest, like most stolen bases by a catcher or something? That's John Wathan, of course. At least it was at the time. I don't know what it is today. Probably still John Wathan. Benny Santiago. There we go. Longest rookie hitting streak. Next pack. I got 3 packs left. We're not anywhere close to finishing the book. But we got some cool ones. This was probably the best of the 5 videos so far. We got Mattingly. Haven't seen Ripken, haven't seen McGuire. We got Nolan Ryan. Always exciting. Oakland A's uniforms. I know I need that one. We got, that looks like Ricky Henderson highlights. I don't know what he did that year. That was special. Maybe leadoff homer. No. Brian Downing, pretty sure need him. Dan Plesac, pretty sure need him. Randy Reddy, I know I do not need him. And John Cangelosi, pretty sure I need him. That was pretty good. 5, 4, 6. Now, here we go. Ricky Henderson's on this page. Ricky Henderson, 28, became the youngest player to reach 700 career stolen bases. So he was well on his way at that point. And 87, this year, he was hurt for part of the season. It was the only season in the 80s that he did not lead the American League in stolen bases. That was Harold Reynolds this year. He was the only guy not named Ricky Henderson to lead the American League in stolen bases in the entire decade. John Cangelosi, yes. All right. Pirates are filling in. Al Padrique and Al Padrique and Jose Lind are the only ones I need now, except for the ones the scene and the foil cards across the top. Cangelosi, he's a largely forgotten guy. He was fast. That dude could run. And it was the 80s, so like we cared about that. That's not such a valued skill anymore. It's coming back, though. It's coming back. Brian Downing, excellent. Remember Sports Illustrated doing an article not too long after 87 about older players, and Brian Downing was one of the ones featured in it. But I feel like he was a DH for the Rangers by then. Here he was a DH with the Angels. So, because they still had Pettis, they still had Rupert Jones, and they had Devon White. He started out that year, so they had room in the outfield, or they ran out of room in the outfield, I should say. Dan Plesac, good closer. I think all-time Brewer. I'd have to look. Maybe not. I'd have to look. Oh, I haven't done the Brewers yet because they're not an American League team. At the time of this recording, I've only finished the all-time American League teams. Haven't done the National League yet. We're going to start that. We're taking a little bit of time, but we are going to go back and do that. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, and you like talking about either 1980s baseball or junk wax baseball cards or all-time all-star teams, definitely like and subscribe because we've got the entire National League to do. And then I've got some ideas for other videos to do. Like, for example, I definitely am going to do an all-time Dominican-born team. Because that's just crazy how good that team is. And a couple other funny ones along that, of that kind of theme. All-time journeyman, which would be a team of guys that didn't make any all-time teams. They were good enough, but they didn't stay on one team long enough. Toronto Blue Jays, pretty sure I need that. Sid Fernandez, I do not need. I know that. Worrell, 50-50, I don't remember. Calderon, I believe I need Ivan Calderon. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, no, I need him. And Bobby Witt, I know I do not need. Okay, 4 for 6, I think. As much as. All right, let's go back and check Calderon. Ivan Calderon. Nope, got him. Okay, 3 for 6, maybe. 3 for 6 at best now. Toronto, yes. Okay, I need Toronto's team emblem. Looking pretty good on the... could be a good candidate for the first team to get finished, although I only have 1 pack left, guys, so I don't think we're finishing any teams today. And we have not finished any of the other videos. All right, a lot of duplicates. I'll post at the end how many duplicates there were. San Diego Padres, I know I need Gwynn, so that's good. Hall of Famer, need him. Oh no, I don't. But Hall of Famer, that means I can keep him. So I now have a Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn sticker for my binder. Todd Worrell. So I'm actually okay with Todd Worrell. I don't need him. Okay. So it was only really one for 6. I thought it was 5 for 6. Last pack. Last pack out of 50. 50 packs for 30 Canadian. Shipped and taxed. It was the best deal I could find. Phillies. I know I need the Phillies, except that's an ugly... What happened? It's like... I almost don't want to use it. All right, Jim Rice will go into either the Red Sox or Hall of Fame book. Put him over there. Look at that. At that white spot, that's not the light. That light spot in the P is actually there. And you can't really put a sticker over a sticker. I might skip this. I might not use it. Dave Parker, new Hall of Famer, and rest in peace. Unfortunately, I'm very happy he got in the Hall of Fame, but it's a bummer that he did not make it to the induction ceremony this summer. That looks like the maybe Oakland A's scene. Chris Brown, pretty sure I have. Mike Diaz, I'm pretty sure I have. I think Parker is the only hit in this one. And that Phillies, that's kind of screwy. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I might just keep it, and if it's the last one I need, Chris Brown, pretty sure, yep. I don't think there's any hits in this last pack, guys. If it's the last thing I need to complete Mike Diaz, yeah, I only need Pedrique and Lind. Pedrique and Lind. Cincinnati Reds, I know I need Parker. Yeah, bummed about Parker. Saw a video about how basically they're screwing over these borderline guys and they're not putting them in soon enough and they don't get their opportunity to make their speech and all that. And Parker was struggling with Parkinson's. It would have been very difficult, I think, for him to make that speech, although emotions can carry you pretty far. But he would have had a very hard time. He was not in good shape. Seen him interviewed recently, and it was sad. It was not sad in an I feel sorry for him kind of way, but just like it was kind of hard to watch because he was obvious he was really struggling. So, and I have the scene already. All right, well that's it. I'm going to go ahead and flash a ratio right here over the page for what my duplicate versus hit ratio was for the book. I did get Tony Gwynn in this last one. I got him for the Hall of Fame binder. I might do a quick catch up just to show what where the Hall of Famers and the Red Sox are going. But other than that, the only ones that are not in here, I'm going to put them in here, but I'm not going to stick them yet, is this Minnesota Twins from like video 2 or 3 that I tore. I'm going to maybe not put that one in. And this awful looking Phillies sticker, unless it's the last one. If it's the last one, at some point, I'll probably use it. But for now, I'm just going to put them, I'll stick them in the Oakland A's. Why not? No, I should stick them where they go. Anyway, but thank you for joining me for what no doubt was, it's a duplicate. What am I even talking about that for? The Phillies one was not a duplicate, but it is a duplicate. Really? Wow. Here I am trying to say goodbye, and I'm discovering that I don't have to worry about the Phillies. No. And I had a better looking one in there. So good. Those are duplicates. I'm going to count those. I'm going to update my count. Now, boom. This is the count. And obviously, just looking through, I think we're about halfway, if that. I got a lot of the highlights cards. Only need the Mattingly highlight. But most of these teams are not. They're maybe 50% on average, if I had to guess, for the whole book. So who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. In any case, for now, I'm closing the book on it. Thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope to see you at the ballpark. Later on.